I now want to take this singular honor to declare the 25th Annual Judges Conference closed.
The 4th Annual Judges Conference, gathering judges and justices from High Court, Apparent Court, and the Apex Court, has successfully concluded. The conference held another theme, a people-centered approach to justice, was officially closed by the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among. In her closing remarks, Speaker Among recognized the judiciary's crucial role in ensuring justice for all and urged them to remain focused on incorporating the perspectives of the people in their decisions.
I want, still as legislature, to give you our commitment. Give you our commitment on improving the efficiency. As he talked that we should be the ones to make the Uganda, the better Uganda we want to be. We need to work together for us to be able to make Uganda the Uganda that we want to be, and that can only be done if the three arms of government are working together. And I want to really thank the Chief Justice and the President, plus Parliament, that for the first time the three arms of government are working together. And they consult where need be. We consult each other and we work together for the good of our country. As the 25th Judges Conference doors close, I want to congratulate you once more upon the milestone that you've registered in the previous year. And I also want to urge you to take stock and address the areas that require more improvement in the coming year. And the success that will be achieved cannot be accidental. It should be a product of consistency in the standards, diligence, and commitment to desirable output. The presence of the Justices Emeritus in this conference is particularly encouraging given their record of exemplary service in which they have an opportunity to organize and give you experience that they went through when they were in those seats or when they were in those offices at the time they were there. I want to thank you so much, the organizers, for inviting the Emeritus to be in this. I want once more to wish you a successful year 2024 in your judicial dispensation, in dispensation of justice to the people, which is going to be a people-centered one. I want to ask that as you do all this, always put people in the center of it.
Speaker Among further advised the judicial officials to stay clear of bias in their decisions and emphasize the importance of promoting norms, culture, and the tradition of the country.
And I want to thank the Chief Justice, Honorable Dolo, for always being there for Parliament whenever we need him. He's always there at any one time. Whether we have lost somebody, whether we have a function, he's always with us in Parliament. We want to thank you so much. I would also want to thank you, my Lord the Chief Justice, for ably and effectively steering the judiciary. We are proud of the judiciary. And especially ensuring that every year that you have this kind of conference with the judicial officers, where you interact, you convene together to build the synergies and consensus, where you take stock of what you've done in the previous year and what you're going to do in the next year. You're doing a self-assessment, self-reflection, and you are equally sharing the experiences and the challenges that you've had in the previous year. This is a very good move, and I promised you that we will do the same in Parliament for us to make assessment. The only difference is ours is political, yours is judicial. So we'll do that in terms of dispensing justice to our people. And I want to thank you so much for the theme of today. The theme is a people-centered approach to justice. This is a very important theme, which incidentally is similar to our vision of the 11th Parliament of Uganda, where we have a people-centered legislature, and we believe in it and practice it. It is a befitting theme. It reflects the unwavering commitment of judiciary to placing the people at the heart of judiciary in all the processes and decision-making of judicial decisions. Article 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, 1995, ably states that power belongs to the people who exercise their sovereignty in accordance with the Constitution. The exercise of the judicial power is therefore on behalf and for the people of Uganda. And this makes the theme better fitted because it is from the Constitution. The framers of this Constitution were foresighted. And in that foresightement, this is a formulation of Article 126, Clause 1 of the Constitution, where the judicial powers is derived from the people and shall be exercised by the courts established under the Constitution in the name of the people and in conformity with the law, with the values, the norms and aspirations of the people. So having a people-centered judicial dispensation is a creation of the Constitution. My understanding of justice is the steadfast and perpetual will to give the individual what is right for him. This implies inevitably of the people-centrism in the dispensation of justice. On the global scale, the importance of the people-centric justice system is recognized under the SDG 16, the Sustainable Development Goal, which seeks to promote the peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development. It provides for access of justice for all and effective accountability and inclusivity of all institutions at all levels. The centrality of all the public processes and decisions is therefore a convergence for executive, legislature, and judiciary. The judicial system does not operate in a vacuum. Chief Justice, we want, and this country requires that the judicial decisions that are made out of you, the institution that you lead, reflect or protects the cultures, the norms, the morals, the traditions, the interests, and the aspirations of Ugandans and the people of Uganda, where you're dispensing justice. We do not live in the vacuum. As judicial officers, we need to know the society that we live in, the people that we live with, for us to be able to properly dispense justice which fits to their aspirations. In governance, sovereign powers rest with the people. That's why you find when judges are appointed by the president, and the president is voted in by people under universal adult suffrage, these judges or justices are vetted by Parliament, and the Parliament is a representative of all the people of Uganda. And when the Speaker is voted in, the Speaker is voted in by the representatives of the people of Uganda, who are the members of Parliament. And actually, the person who swears in the Speaker is the Chief Justice. So you see now how it is interlinked: executive, legislature, and judiciary. And I want to make our commitment that we will always work together with...
On the behalf of Parliament, Speaker Among also pledged support towards the judiciary.
Now, a High Court judge in Uganda has 945 cases, holds 945 cases, which is far ahead, and it's not something that is desirable for anybody. So we need to increase on the number, increase on the resources, and improve on the working environment. And I love what was talked about, the ADR. ADR will really help in reducing the backlog. When you're making whatever rulings that you're making, put people at the center of it. Look at what is there outside. What do people think about this judgment? And where you feel you always need to consult an institution, especially an institution like Parliament, you're not sure of what it is. We have rules and procedures. Where you feel you're not comfortable, you're not sure of it, of what it is, we are available for consultation. We will not interfere with your judgment, but we are available for consultation. Do not stifle another arm of government's operation, because we all want to work and deliver for this country. I want you to go forth, continue gallantly, bearing the torch of justice for this country, and go high and bright for this country, for the good of this nation, for the good of the people that we serve, and for the good of judiciary. We want to always be proud of our judiciary. And the judiciary is the torch of this country. And I want to assure you, we are proud of judiciary, and we will continue being proud of it. I now want to take this singular honor to declare the 25th Annual Judges Conference closed.
Chief Justice Alphonse Owinyido commended judges and justices for their full attendance at the conference, which covered various topics. Dolo emphasized optimism that the resolutions from the conference would contribute to enhancing justice for Ugandans.
The commitment and seriousness of purpose and direction which we gave to the 25th Annual Judges Conference, to my knowledge, is unprecedented. This has been a different and a more positive Annual Judges Conference. Each of the topics, the thematic areas that were identified for discussion on the theme of a people-centered approach to justice, right from the opening by Her Excellency the Vice President of Uganda, the keynote address, the laws on the topical issues of succession and management of estates, the importance of what is by misnomer called alternative dispute resolution in ensuring that our people access justice and meaningful justice. It is somewhat outside case, but very important lecture on parental responsibility for men, notwithstanding that it spared the women of the family. And then I think the highlight of the conference, the Tanzanian experience on case backlog management. The candid conversation we had here in our judges' meeting and how best we can move the judiciary and the country forward and make our country better in terms of judicial service. The presentation on performance enhancement tool, again, to further our performance and service delivery to justice seekers, the inevitable intrusion, but most welcome intrusion by artificial intelligence in justice delivery, stakeholders' views on the administration of justice, and then last but not least, the awareness created to us just a few hours ago on cancer prevention and management have all been so rewarding. Each one of them, Right Honorable Speaker, the Lordships engaged passionately, freely. Here, Right Honorable Speaker, the Chief Justice or the Chair does not hold a whip. We don't have whips in the judiciary, unlike Parliament, so we speak freely. We can only afterwards say you should not have spoken for that long, but while you're speaking, we pretend that you're doing the right thing. So I want to thank my lords, each one of you severally, and all of us collectively for giving meaning to the annual Judges Conference. Right Honorable Speaker, if you supported, if Parliament supported the need to enhance my budget, this type of meeting should, at the very bare minimum, be twice a year. Ideally, it should be every quarter, so that we are abreast of developments, so that we deal with challenges that present themselves, surmount them if possible, and then continue in our service to our people. Let me also thank the Right Honorable Speaker, my very good friend. And I say this because there are three arms of government, each one with separate responsibility. The executive, the legislature, which my sister heads, and the judiciary, which by grace of God, I am privileged to head. We make for a better country if the three heads of arms of government speak to one another without losing the independence which the Constitution clearly states they should execute. We do disservice to the country if the three arms of government fight useless wars, or any war at all. The ability to relate with one another, the ability to informally point out to one another that this is not how things should be done, that please veer of this, keep to your lane. I think only a few minutes ago we reminded ourselves that we were going into her lane. We did this, right, Honorable Speaker, yeah. This can only be achieved if the three heads of government can speak to one another, but without losing sight of the independence that the Constitution provides for in the execution of their respective responsibility. I want to assure my sister, the Right Honorable Speaker, for us in the judiciary, and for as long as the judiciary is under my charge, I'll continue to relate with the other two arms of the leadership of the other two arms of government, but will vehemently, zealously, and jealously defend the independence of the judiciary. That is how we will operate. That's how we have operated all along. And I will keep to my lane. The evidence you saw for yourself this evening, and I believe Parliament will keep to its lane, and the executive will also keep to its lane, so that we can move this country forward.
The closing ceremony of the conference was attended by the Deputy Chief Justice Richard Buteera, Principal Judge Dr. Flavian Zaija, Emeritus Justices and Judges, among others.